right, chat. Oh, it's getting better. It's slowly getting better. It still hurts, but it definitely sounds a lot better than it has over the last few days, doesn't it, chat? It's improving. How are we, boys? Good to see everyone. I've got another pot of honey and lemon juice. I've got another pot of warm tea to get me through the stream. How are we, guys? How are you, Alex? How are you, Justin Kennedy? What's up, Eric? Merry Christ Mass to you, Eric. Merry Christ Mass. How are you, Jim? Good to see that you're nice and jolly. How are you, Simply Kudos? What's up, mate? Ilia, Topuria, mate. How are we, boys? What's up? How are you, below? Good to see you, man. When is the Paul Felder Fader Matrix? Dude, once we get through this Christmas rush of work and we're on the other side of it, there'll be nothing but time to do Fighter Matrixes and tier lists and big, long, veiny, girthy, deep streams. It'll be great, mate. The crisp sound of Dougie clapping cheeks. How are you, Justin Kennedy? Happy Thanksgiving to the Americans as well. Shout out to all the Americans, man. Shout out to them. Finally working after yet another day off. I was literally at work all day today. There's still plaster on my fingers. There you go. There's the evidence. My hands are still covered in plaster. Screw you guys. I'm going to sleep. Like the stream, boys. Like the stream. How are you, brother? Good to see you, mate. Dawsey's just roasted Joey on the barbecue for Thanksgiving. We do not celebrate Thanksgiving in Australia. There was no settlement between the natives and the Australians. We bought it off them, fair and square. And now, generations later, they're complaining that they didn't understand what we were selling, that they don't understand what they were selling to us. And now they're whinging and they want their land back. Well, too bad. You sold it to us. We still have the contracts in Parliament. How are you, my brother? Good to see you. Is that Gene Silver barking on the beat? It is. Dougie, pray for me as I'm spending all day tomorrow with my family. Oh my God, there's nothing worse, mixed martial artist. No, I like spending time with my family. But good luck to you, mixed martial artist. Good luck to you. Unless I'm spending time with the extended family, in which case someone drown me in a bathtub and slit my wrists. But if it's just my brother and my dad and my mother, we actually have a great time. Super based. Super based is my family. We vibe to the Dougie's Corner intro music. It's good stuff, dude. The intro music, the outro music, the little edits at the end of the stream these days. Oh, and as we get into the Christmas break, I've got even more ideas for more edits. Oh, it's going to be good stuff, I tell you what. It's alcohol. It is not alcohol. A sex matrix? Maybe. Hand covered in cum. That's not cum, that's plaster. Thank you. Glad to see John Jones is spending Thanksgiving with a foreign dictator. Yes. So, shall we get into it? Let us get into it. Let us get into it. Whee, that's the wrong screen. You go. Where's all the stuff? There we go. That's the stuff. Yes. Bloody John. Oh, Tai Tuivasa is actually getting shredded. Tai Tuivasa is actually getting shredded, but that's not what we're meant to be looking at. We're meant to be looking at Daniel Cormier calling out John Jones for spending Thanksgiving at a Chechen dictator's hotel rather than in America with his wife and children, where he could be happily beating them. Instead, John Jones is hanging out with a Chechen dictator. Very strange stuff from John Jones over this holiday period. Very, very strange stuff. Fuck Thanksgiving, and it is a gay-ass holiday. Oh, I think the Americans enjoy Thanksgiving. My voice is starting to go again. We'll be right, chat. Dougie is such a gremlin, he broke the brick up with his hands. Yeah, the cocaine. That's why my voice is gone. My nasal cavity is destroyed. It's just, you know, I've made it on YouTube now, chat. I've got 3,000 subscribers. So I just drown myself in cocaine every day. And this is all just from that. This is cocaine on the fingers and the nose and the voice. And this entire week is just because of cocaine, exactly. Americans should just give thanks we let them be a country. I agree, Jim. I agree. The Americans are lucky that you English let them have it. My brother is my best friend, but extended family are trans and communists. Oh, I know the feeling. My extended family are communists. I hate them so much. So much. Excuse me, chat. We'll be right, chat. We'll get through it, chat. Was that a preview of the video and the highlights of the streams throughout the year? That's a good idea, Eric. You know what? We might do that. We might do highlights of the year video. Why not? Tai Tuivasa is coming for the belt. Thank God Tai Tuivasa is back. He must have drunk through all of his UFC money. How are you, Toad? El Pato literally injured himself to avoid fighting Armin. Yeah, so there's some news, Chatathan. There is some news. Hang on a second. Benny, where is our old Benny P? Where is our good old Benny P? Here is our old Benny P. Right, so the news comes from Wes Till Death. Now, Wes Till Death, they're not the best account when it comes for breaking news. They will generally make shit up just to get clicks. They've done something very interesting here, where they've said Ilia Topuria is rumored to be vacating the lightweight title. So, of course, they can get out of it and say, we never said he was going to be vacating the lightweight title. We said it was rumored that he's vacating the lightweight title. Benny P, our brother in Australia, who has very good sources, has checked in on this. Ilia Topuria is not vacating from what Benny P has been told. However, Chatathan, if you scroll down, good sources are suggesting there is an interim title in talks for January. And Benny P responds with just this gif. That is true. So, is Ilia Topuria injured? And are they doing... Shout out to Benny P. Great Australian journalist. Shout out and a listener to Dougie's Corner. Might be listening right now. Shout out to Benny P. Who's Benny P? How dare you disrespect our boy Benny P? No, he's just a MMA journalist. Is Ilia Topuria injured? Are they going to be doing a interim title? Very interesting questions, Chatathan. Let me read your chats. Good to see you, Toad. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Toad. Ty is 100% on PEDs, if that is him. What? No, this is just what a fat man looks like when they drop the weight. This is just, yeah, this is, Tai Tuivasa isn't on PEDs. Look, he's still got, what is it called? Muffin top? No, this is just what a fat man looks like when they start to go for a run and lose the weight and stop drinking beers all the time. Trust me, I know the look. Practicing eye pokes, I imagine John Jones, he's overseas with a dictator. He's just lined up a whole bunch of slaves from North Korea, and he's just poking them in the eye one by one. Jones's wife probably prefers when he is out of the country. Oh, I'm sure she does, less bruising. I deadass think Ty image has to be AI generated. I have no evidence, but how the fuck is Ty fit? Well, Ty did say a few months ago that he would be coming back, so this is what happens when you start fasting and stop drinking beers. Fuck yeah, living the dream, mate, living the bloody dream, brother. Fit Tai Tuivasa must be AI generated. Fat people can get fit, simply kudos. El Matador is living rent-free in the haters' heads. Says the Ilia Topuria fan, which we are, by the way, mate, on this channel. We are massive Ilia Topuria fans. Based mixed martial artists, exactly right. How are you, MHJ224? Good to see you, man. Did you see Ilia slap Armin? Such a violent man. Wasn't a slap, you know it. Dougie, we can put together an end-of-year list as a community, like Fight of the Year, White Boy of the Year, etc. Yeah, if you guys want, we can absolutely do that. If you guys want to do that in the Discord, you can do that, but I don't really want to make a video on it because every single channel does a video of their lists for the end of the year. What I like to do differently for the end of the year is give you guys a shout out. I like to do an awards ceremony at the end of the year where I have the most spastic chatter, the guy who's always here first, the person with the worst picks, the person with the worst takes, these kind of things. I like to do it that way because this channel is nothing without the live stream. We will be gaining custody of our kids from our former wife. Damn right, Davidson Figueroa's fan page. She can't keep our kids away from us forever. We are really a Topuria. When was the last tier list? I haven't seen one in a while. I know, brother. It's been a while. We did the Valley of the Quitters last week. So last week we got back into doing some content, but there's just been too many people here lately, bro. It's been insane. I trust Benny P more than all these other Muppets. Yeah, Benny P is spot on. Or at least he tries to be. He's like James Lynch and Luke Thomas. Tries to be spot on. And Ariel Hawani. Got to give Ariel his credit. Ilia Topuria is wasting his prime. He should be active as fuck. I fucking agree, mate. I completely... doing a live stream with a clogged up face. Not easy to do. It was John Jones's wife that set up a meeting with Kondirov. John Jones might not come back. Brother, we're going to test out the RPGs, brother. Go stand at the end of the training room. Go stand at the... Has anyone seen the Bruce Willis movie, The Jackal? 90s action movie. Epic. Epic movie. And there's a scene in it where the Jackal, who's an assassin, is testing out this new weapon that he's had custom made. And he says the aim is off. And the guy who made the weapon, he's like, go and adjust the mark for me at the end of the range. And the guy's like, yeah, all right. And then the Jackal murders him. It's a great movie. Great movie. Who is Benny P? We did that one. Honestly, I want Ilia versus Islam. I hope he vacates. No, I want Ilia Topuria versus Arman Saruki, and I want to know who the best 155er in the world is. Volk versus Ilia at 155. Let's go, baby. Ilia Hart is injured after the breakup. Tez Pamo. What is the interim going to be? Is it going to be Paddy versus Armin, lad? I reckon it would be Paddy versus Armin. Jimmy being jolly. How dare his wife catch him cheating? I think Ilia Topuria was bashing his wife because she keeps posting don't hit your wife things on Instagram, you know? No time to waste. He's going for that third belt. True. But, you know, do defend once. That would be nice, especially when you're moving up to welterweight, which is just so much bigger than where you are. Dude was like 400 pounds 4 months ago. Yeah, but he's still tubby. He's still fat. Like, he's not shredded. He's just, like, he's still got muffin top. He's still fat. He's just pulling up and out. That's all he's doing. He's just leaning back. It's not like he's got six-pack abs. You know what I'm saying, Shatterthan? Ty doesn't need PEDs. There's so much mass to turn into muscle on that massive rig. Not how that works. You don't turn mass into muscle. The fat simply covers the muscle. I'm a heavyweight right now. I don't look like it, and I don't know what to do about it. I'm already working out, but the scales are fucking me up. Start fasting, Jim is jolly. Start fasting. Do not eat anything until 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and stop eating at around 8 p.m. at night. We speak for yourself. True. Sorry, Justin Kennedy. My bad, mate. Where am I up to? Sex of the year. Sex of the year, Eric. Sex of the year to you. Happy Christmas. Ilia Topuria out for 6 months due to a broken heart. Poor boy. We are all Ilia fans. We are all Ilia fans. No, Ricky, you'll never be able to catch me. I'm an oiled up deaf guy. You'll never be able to catch me. Whether it's through fighting Armin or Islam or retirement out of fear, El Paturo will never win a fight again. I'm sure he'll win a fight again, Toad. Come on. Best picks and takes right here. No, Eric. Absolutely not the best picks right there. Eric, you don't make any picks. They trying to censor you ain't popping up on my feed anymore. Well, I'm sorry, MJ World. I know I have been held down by the establishment. I say too many real and based things. Join the Discord. Notification channel in the Discord. Can't wait for the award ceremony. I've had the most top 3 picks on the leaderboard. Let's not forget. People forget, man. Jim is one of the best people in here. Tucky's showing his true scales, rooting for Ilia after that Volk death. I am an Ilia Topuria fan. It is what it is. I can't help it, Justin Kennedy. Benny P said JDM was fighting Leon weeks before they actually announced it. Yeah, Benny P is like Ariel, Luke Thomas, James Lynch. He tries to say only the truth, boys. I haven't seen The Jackal. Must be an obscure one, but I have seen most of the action films from that era. Oh, check out The Jackal. It's good stuff, mate. If Ilia loses to Armin, the hype will be over. If Ilia loses to Islam, he is supposed to because Islam is bigger. Yeah, I think that's what Ilia is worried about, losing to Armin. I think Ilia might just sit out and hope that Paddy Pimblett knocks off Armin for him. Like the stream, boys. How are you too, Smelly, my brother? I mean, who doesn't hit their wife? It's in their name. Relation beat your wife ship. Oh my God, I never noticed. It's right there in the middle. Relation beat your wife ship. It's right there. I never saw it, Justin Kennedy. You're not wrong. What weight class do you think the interim title is for? It'll be for lightweight. It'll be for lightweight. Fat is a different tissue than skeletal muscle. This is true, mixed martial artist. Ilia Topuria is trash. Wrong, Ricky. He's one of the best fighters in the UFC. Second best if you want to go by pound for pound rankings. I do eat really late at night. I suppose that's what's fucking me up. Being a UFC fan requires me to be up late at night. Yeah, eating late at night, not good for your metabolism, brother. I nominated Eric as the best therapist. Eric is the best therapist. Dougie's being held down by tiny hatters. It's true, mixed martial artists. I say too many base things. Do the Australians have Thanksgivings? Do you guys sit down and... No, we do not have Thanksgivings. We bought the land off the Aboriginals fair and square. I don't know why they want it back so much. This is why I am shadow banned. You're right, Dougie. Eating later than 7 is for bulking. I'm currently in the process of gaining weight. Yeah, you don't want to be eating past 7 or 8 p.m. That's eat all your calories up until then and then fast for the rest of the day. So many Ilia haters, bloody rent-free. Tell me about it, mate. We are on top. We will claim the welterweight title. We will beat our wives until they leave us. This isn't going well. Hang on. How are you, Mitch? You using a moisturizer, looking fresh? How you doing today? I'm fucking exhausted, covered in plaster, and my voice hurts. But I'm doing great, Mitch. Thanks for asking, brother. YouTube are fucking useless at giving notifications. Missed an hour of musicals live today, too. YouTube are fucking useless at it. Guys, just so you know, if you go to the Discord, there is a channel in the Discord called YouTube Channel Updates. You can set that to give you notifications. You don't have to have any of the other channels on. You don't have to have any of the other messages on, but you can get notified on the Discord. MJ World looks too much like Jock. Tell him to change his profile picture. No. The double champ does whatever the fuck he wants. Can't even pretend to do an accent right now, Gotitan. Soon after Armin puts Paddy in the hospital, Ilia will claim his fake injury is too severe for him to continue fighting, and he'll try to become the what if. Soon after Armin puts Paddy in the hospital, Ilia will claim his fake injury is too severe for him to continue fighting, and he'll try and become a what if. Oh, you know, Toad, not actually a bad strategy, to be honest, mate, right? To just sit out and make people go, man, Ilia Topuria would have slept Armin Sarukian. Not a bad idea, man. Bloody Indian givers. Tell me about it too, Smelly. Can the Aboriginals say the N-word? I mean, we can all say the N-word. To be fair. I can say the N-word. We can all say the N-word. How good is Ilia's wife's chin? We must test this, brother. Man, it's irritating how stubborn Ilia is trying to see this guy versus Armin. It is fucking annoying. I agree, Mitch. I basically fast the full day until after 8 p.m. I didn't realize that would be even a thing. You fast the full day until after 8 p.m. and then you load up on calories and then go to sleep? No, Jim. It's too much, brother. Who is the best pound-for-pound wife beater? Obviously, John Jones. Obviously. What do Dougie and Ethiopia have in common? They're both Orthodox. True. How are you, Mr. C? 20 people watching and only 8 likes. I try and stream even when I'm in the middle of dying. And this is what I get. This is what I get, chat. Unbelievable, Chatathan. I tell you what. Oh. One last thing. Before we get into some content chat. The Incredible Hulk, which is the heavyweight Colby Covington. Wolo Ateza Costa is looking for another fight before the end of the year. And the Incredible Hulk has put his hand up. Now, the Incredible Hulk saying, add another 0 and I'll fight him tomorrow. Brother, you're on your first fight in the UFC. Wolo Ateza Costa is ranked number 6. Okay? All right? You should be clamoring to do something like this for free. Which at heavyweight, by the way, chat, isn't crazy at all for a second guy in the UFC to fight someone ranked. This just happened not too long ago in Derek Lewis's last fight. A bloke came off the Contender Series, won one fight, and then Derek Lewis fought him. And Jason Herzog called the fight off with a really weird stoppage when the guy tried to reclimb the cage. I can't remember his name right now. Also, Tai Tuivasa was ranked number 14th, I think. And he fought the ranked number 2 at the time, Derek Lewis. It's heavyweight. There are different rules for heavyweight. It's who the fuck is available at the time. But saying, knock a 0 off it and I'll fight him tomorrow. No, brother. You'll fight number 6 when number 6 is damn ready for you to fight, mate. Taliesin Teixeira. That's the one. Thank you, Davidson Figueiredo's fan page. I appreciate that, mate. That was the one. Taliesin Teixeira. Thank you, guys. Yeah. I'm struggling to stream, chat. I'm not going to lie. I'm struggling. All right. Basically, if we did that one. 20 people watching, only 8 people likes. What even happened with Ilia, by the way? We don't know. There's just rumors going around that there's going to be an interim title in January. We don't know what's happened with Ilia. Go to ton. How are you, Paul? Good to see you, man. Basically, your profile prick on the jock account, the only real account. Okay, I don't think Merab is next for the world title fight if he loses. I don't think Merab is next for the title fight if he loses. Just feel like they're going to do Jan versus Umar probably. Unless Sugar bags a win, they could do that. I mean, if they don't do Merab Dvalishvili for an instant rematch, that might... I mean, it's hard to say that's the most unjust thing ever, considering that they had Tom Aspinall sitting there with an interim title while John Jones fought Stipe, but... It's like one of the top 5 worst things they've ever done with the title picture if they do not give Merab his rematch. He absolutely deserves a rematch. Colby never fights again. The dude is a bum. I don't know why the rankings keep him in the rankings. He needs to be cut from the fucking rankings. Bro, who the fuck is Jock? True, good point. Give him Walter Walker. What, the new Colby Covington guy? No, we want to keep him go. Oh, give Waldo Orteza. Well, I think Waldo Orteza Costa has already fought Walter Walker, hasn't he? No, I don't think he has, actually. That's a good idea. Has it? No, you can't give him Walter Walker. Walter Walker's leg is snapped in half. Walter's out for like 6 months. Hasn't Luis Acosta officially been announced? Luis versus Paul Orteza. No, I don't think it has, Paul. No. What self-respecting plasterer has bed sheets for walls? Oh, I should have a fake plaster wall up, but that would be a real wall then, Mr. C. And this is a fake wall. Are people forgetting Ilia was doing the same shit with Holloway, saying he wouldn't give him a title shot, saying he'd much rather fight Ortega. What happened? Slap the iron chin motherfucker in round 3. I understand that, and I've said that before, Go to Ton, but now it seems like we're moving past the shit talking and to Ilia Topuria just taking himself out of the title picture. Like, at one point he did eventually fight Holloway when it was time to fight Holloway. Ilia Topuria won the belt in July. It's January now. You're not injured. It's time to defend the belt. And Ilia Topuria is just walking away. Waldo got outstruck by Sergey Spivak and was gifted a robbery decision. Yes, he's not very good, Toad, and yet he keeps winning. A nobody with 0 wins in the UFC fought for the flyweight title too. This is a good point. Help me. Very good point. Waldo will be top 5 this year, I imagine. Yeah. Well, this year? No, not this year. Dougie dying of the common cold. I am dying, yes. Heavy metal water container. Yes. Yes, no plastics. Covered in white stuff, his throat hurts. What does Dougie mean by this? I'm dying of a cocaine overdose. Girthy stream today? Absolutely not, M Operator. It's going to be a 1-hour stream, and that is it. You guys are, quite frankly, lucky that I'm fucking streaming. Used to hate Merab, but these inactive prick champs making him and Powhatan look like the fucking gods. They are. This is true, mate. Him and Powhatan, thank God, they're carrying the UFC. Although the rumor was also that it was going to be Powhatan versus Carlos Orborg for January. So maybe these rumors coming up today about the interim title are completely unfounded. Completely unfounded. Fucking lag. I'm 3.5 minutes behind. Well, just click on fresh. Just click on live, Eric, and you'll be live. They don't give Tony Ferguson a title shot, by the way. They tried to book it 5 times, by the way. I think Ilia does... No, not 5 times. They did try and book Tony Ferguson's title shot. I think Ilia deserves a bit of leeway since he is going through a divorce with a young child. No, he doesn't. That's personal shit. This is business. Just know 4 minutes ago you said something gay. Well, 8 minutes by the time you read this. 8 minutes ago I said something gay, chat.
Why are you gay? You are gay.
Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Why are you gay? You are gay.
You are gay. Anyone who hasn't changed their pick and name to something Christmassy is a Jew. This is true. Dougie, build a wall real quick. What do you think I've been doing all day? Tony fought for the interim 3 separate times because the pussy Khabib pulled out and McGregor was playing boxing, absolute travesty. Definitely the worst shit they did. I don't think that's worse than the Stipe Jones stuff, but it's pretty bad. Waldo is top 5. No shit, I thought he was number 6. There you go. Lazy, I am streaming while sick. Most streamers wouldn't even do that, M operator. Taito Ivasa is going to end Acosta's streak. Dude, Taito Ivasa versus Waldo Ortiz Acosta is a sick fight. That is a sick fight. I like that. I think he'll fight at least 3 times this year, and he seems to be pretty good, even though he's a heavyweight. I think he'll fight at least 3 times this year, and he seems to be pretty good, even though he's a heavyweight. Waldo Ortiz Acosta is him. Waldo Ortiz Acosta has fought 5 times this year. TT 2XDs. TT 2XDs? We're just going to call you Titty. So you want to be a streamer, huh, kid? You want to be a streamer. Ever had pizza with egg? I heard it's a thing down under the pond of alcoholism. Pizza with egg is a thing down here, but I've never had it. No, I don't want that. Need a beach stream soon because it's summertime. The weather here has been shit lately, Mitch. It's been fucking raining all week, dude. Cheeky wee pot of noodle and a fried egg for supper. Nice one, Jock. Enjoy it, dude. The Georgian champs have 0 wives. This is true. All belts, no wives. They should do another interim heavyweight match. They hand those out to any quitter that turns up. All right, Tom Aspinall's not a quitter. Thank you. Dougie needs 7 months to recover from a fake divorce with no kids, and he expects Ilia to get over this immediately. I was streaming the entire time, Mr. C. Actually, I don't know what you're talking about. Ilia deserves leeway because of the divorce, while Ilia made his side chick his main the second his wife divorced him. Yeah, they're just being rage baiting him, operator. Khabib was scared shitless of Tony. People forget, man, Khabib really didn't want to fight Tony. This is true. Mate, Guru escaped from a hospital to do the DDP fight. You can do it. I've been doing it. I know I can do it. I've been doing it. Ty can't make 265 by February. Looks like he can, although you just got here, Paul, so I don't blame you for not seeing Ty Tuivasa's latest picks. But yeah, Ty's doing fine, Paul. Ty's doing just fine. Streaming while sick. Bro is just talking. Bro has soft hands. I can't breathe through my nose, Eric. I'm talking while not being able to breathe through my nose. Hold your nose for an hour and talk, mate. Brother Tony was actively beating every ranked contender, short notice or not. He fought for the interim. That is the definition of the next title shot. That is true. The shit they did with Ass and one other time they did it. Brother Tony was actively beating every ranked contender. This is true. Short notice or not, this is true. He fought for the interim. That's the definition of the next title shot. The shit they did with Aspinall and all one time, they did. I don't know why you've added on a they did. They did with him 3 times, right? Because it was too much for one text train. I got you. Yeah, I guess so. Like if you have the interim belt and you don't get the next title shot, that's pretty fucked up. I think we're splitting hairs here. Like with the Tony Ferguson thing, the reason that he didn't fight for the belt was because Conor McGregor was the biggest superstar in the world, except he had been booked for it 3 times and it never worked out. However, with Aspinall, he wasn't getting sidelined for the biggest superstar in the world. He was getting sidelined for a retired Stipe Miocic. So yes, with Aspinall, they only did it once. And with Tony, they did it 3 times. But with Tony, they did it once because Conor McGregor was the biggest superstar. And with Aspinall, they did it just because John Jones wanted to. We are really splitting hairs here, Go to Time. But you love an argument. That's MMA live streaming. They're fucking autistic and they love an argument. So you'll die on the hill that it's worse, even though it's marginally different and it's a matter of perspective. So please, go on. I'm telling you, man, I've thought it for ages. Taito Ivasa is going to come back with a vengeance. I think he'll come back with a vengeance because he's fucking broke, Jim. I think he spent all of his money. That's why he'll come back with a vengeance. Took me like 45 minutes to paint. Took me like 45 minutes in paint to put a hat on my profile picture. Oh, damn. Well, you did it, 2 smelly fingers, and I'm proud of you. And the worst thing is they kept stripping... Oh, my God. Where are you? And the worst thing is they kept stripping him of the interim so he doesn't even get pay-per-view points, unlike us and or like Aspinall. No, it was bad. It was bad. Good day, legends. How are you? Excited Solar System. What's up, MMA Master? How are you, dude? Shamil Gaziev is so arsed that he somehow memed his way Shamil Gaziev is so ass that he somehow memed his way into convincing people that he's good. Had Sergey Spivak as an underdog lock over the Blob, but everyone was picking Fatty for some reason. Well, funny thing you have about that, Toad, because it's you and it's pocket boxing. Sergey Spivak, the Blob actually has a half-decent jab. He can sit on a fucking jab, Shamil Gaziev, which, you know, isn't nothing. And at heavyweight, just being able to sit on a jab is not bad, man. You're doing it. You're streaming. You're really doing it. Is this the real photo of him? It literally says AI to Thai AI to Ivasa. Holy shit, it does. Holy shit, it does. Right there. Thai AI to Ivasa. Good pick. We got AI. We got boomered, mate. We got boomered. Who said that? Who noticed that? Who did that? I knew that was fucking AI. Too much fucking weight loss. There you go. Dougie got boozled by AI. Yeah, who caught that? M Operator caught that. Well done, man. Well done, brother. Yeah, right there. Thai AI to Ivasa. Motherfucker. Got us good. Got me good chat. Got me real good chat. I tell you what. Where am I up to? You breathe through your nose while you talk. That's wild. Everyone does, idiot. Where am I up to? Where am I up to? Where the fuck am I up to? There I am. Heavyweight Colby should fight Louis Sutherland, the glory-seeking Scotland's claiming English wanker. How many fights into the UFC is old Louis Sutherland? Toe was never the same after the cable to the knee. This is true. This is true. Thought the shots of him looking 300 pounds was only recent. How did he lose so fast? He might be on Aspinall stack. Because it was AI, Paul. Because it was AI, mate. Armin needs to mention Ilia's divorce to enrage Ilia to fight him. He should be tweeting about it every single day. Like Dylan Dennis was doing to Logan Paul. Just keep going after him. I think he's saying Tony defended the interim, which I think he did, but I can't remember. I can't remember right now either. There was so many times that I think Tony did defend the interim, yeah. And that's when him and Conor McGregor were going back and forth, making those Grand Theft Auto posts at each other. I think that's when that was. Tony Ferguson has mental issues. Oh, yeah. Oh, horrible ones. You need your nose to say, pingers, Justin. I don't know what that means. Tony Ferguson will only throw holy water on his bitch. Troop. Dougie, do you smoke herb? Nope. I'm going to paint your insides. Stop it, Eric. All right? I'm not asking for it. You're forcing it upon me, Eric. You're forcing it on me. I hit the wrong button. I lost it. I lost the original setting. There we go. Actually, I'm wrong. Tony didn't defend the interim belt, but he did get shafted for it when it could have been his title shot. Conor got it. Yeah, which makes sense because, again, Conor's was the biggest star in the world at the time. Now, Conor can't even pull a crypto coin. Ever used Netipod, the sinus? I have no idea what you're talking about. Ty should quit and get into presenting. He was the funniest celebrity by a long shot on that amazing race show. Ty on the weigh-in show would be pretty fucking epic. I'll give you that one, man. If anyone wants a Santa hat on their profile picture, just send me the original photo on Discord and I'll add it for you. It'll take Jock 2 seconds. There you go, boys. Don't fuck around for hours on Photoshop and paint like Two Smelly Fingers did. Send it over to Jock on the Discord and then Sharma will steal it for you because Sharma's a dirty Indian. Merry Christmas, children. Have you been a bad boy? Left hook. There you go. Dougie, how many people have you taught how to Dougie? A lot, not the AM, bro. A lot. We need Rico Verhoeven and Gable Stevenson to take over the heavyweight division. Heavyweight's actually quite good right now, UFC Master. When you look at the heavyweight division, it's better than it's been all year. I knew that was fucking AI. There you go, Paul. You called it. Old man Dougie got bamboozled. I did. You can literally smell Shamil Gaziev from this picture. Even his name reeks of fat sweats. How has Shamil Gaziev got anything to do with that photo? Boomer fell for it again. Award. I didn't see you calling it, Eric. I saw M Operator doing it. Dougie is so sick. He's falling for AI. Tell me about it. Ty is coming in overweight for heavyweight and getting KO'd by Shamil the Blob Gaziev. Dougie would get catfished by an AI girl online. This is why I do not involve myself with online dating, mate. You never know. He's bloody delirious, I tell you, mate. I don't even see the chat. I'm just imagining what the chat is saying. Tai Tuivasa versus Gaziev is the fight to make, though. Yeah. What is Gaziev ranked? Like 8th? Tai is ranked 11th? Yeah. That does make sense. Tai Tuivasa versus Gaziev is good. I breathe through my butthole while I talk. Impressive. AI is showing us what Tai Tuivasa should look like. This is how he should look, mate. I breathe through my ear holes. Disgusting. I just pray to Jesus to remove your cold. People forget, man, it cured leprosy. I will pray to Jesus to remove my cold, and I'll be better tomorrow. I don't even have it. It's just a little bit of congestion. I'll be fine. I feel personally attacked. Sorry, two smelly fingers. Did you guys talk about Khabib's new scam? We talked about it a little bit this morning, but we can talk about it We can talk about it again right now with Khabib Nurmagomedov's crypto scam. What would you like to say about it? I mean, yeah, we went over it all this morning. Khabib scammed his fans yet again. And then I talked about how most of the Dagestanis scam their fans. And I brought up all the receipts, which I'm sure someone will tell me I've got wrong later. But I brought up all the receipts on the screen. Chat, does Ilia Topuria ducking Arman Sarukian affect his pound-for-pound ranking? It kind of does, right? Surely it's got to affect his pound-for-pound ranking. Like, if he's going to be a pussy and duck his #1 contender, that's not pound-for-pound shit, is it? That's pussy shit. Right, now Islam Makhachev is obviously #1. I thought Ilia was #2, but now I don't know. Now I think Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira didn't duck shit. Now I think Alex Pereira is #2. Then Marab. Then Pantoja. Then Volk. Then Hamzat, and then Tom, Yuri. We need one more name for our pound-for-pound list, chat. We need one more person. I guess it should be Movzar Evloyev, huh? Movzar should be pound-for-pound, right? Feels right. Where's JDM? JDM doesn't deserve to be in the pound-for-pound after that last performance. Just horrible. Just horrible. Where am I up to? Gable is going to get fraud checked so hard. Oh, yeah. I know. They're just feeding him cans through regionals. You can see it coming. Oh, well. You don't understand what I meant for the Tony Ferguson win after 6 whole years. KO Gaethje. Whatever, 2 cuts short notice. Lost to Charles. Whatever. Monster win streak. And he is the GOAT. Yeah, I love Tony Ferguson as well. I love Tony. Then we came to the point where Bobby Green subbed him. Michael Chiesa subbed him. Yeah, I love Tony Ferguson as well. But, you know, that doesn't mean that what they did to him was worse than what they did to Aspinall. We're really splitting hairs here. But I get it. You love Tony Ferguson. Dougie's dyslexic in AI. I am dyslexic in AI. This is true. Nate Diaz is old ass. We did that one. I'm driving. Bullshit. You're guarding a door. Kamaru is Nigerian scamming his way to a title shot. Kamaru is not going to get the title shot. Gable will easily get into the top 10 before being fraud checked, but he will get fraud checked. How did he scam them? He didn't technically scam them on this one. He sold them a very overpriced product. He sold them an NFT that they can use on Telegram. It was $150 a piece, apparently. Just insane. Did you see Conor giving him shit for it? I did see Conor giving him shit for it. Again, we went over the Conor McGregor giving him shit for it this morning, operator. What fights are you looking forward to the most on the next card on UFC 323? Let me tell you, brother. Let me bring up UFC 323 and we'll go through it. And I'll tell you what fights I like the most. UFC 323 Tapology. Let's have a look. What fight am I looking forward to the most on Tapology? Chris Duncan. I am looking forward to the Chris Duncan fight, to be honest. Don't care about that one. Don't care about this one. Don't care about this one. Edson Barboza versus Jalen Turner is a very interesting fight. I'm looking forward to Marvin Vittori's fight against Bruno Ferreira. I think Bruno Ferreira is going to kick the shit out of him. Terrence McKinney and Chris Duncan. Big fight chat. Massive fight chat. Jan Blachowicz versus Guskov. Oof. That one's got me sweating. I love Jan Blachowicz so much, but I'm sweating. I think Guskov sleeps him. I'm not really looking forward to the top two. I'm not really looking forward to the co-main and the main event, brother. Not really, brother. Not really. Dagestan fighters would never scam their fans. Of course not. Put Armin higher. Maybe we do need to put Armin higher. Yeah, maybe we do, man. Where am I up to? Who are we talking about? We're talking about, I don't forget now. Move Marab above Ilia, but Ilia is 1 in 2 weight classes. Pound for pound's number 1 have a history of ducking their greatest threat. This is true. This is true. Ilia is top 3. I have got Ilia in the top 3, yeah. At 9, put Armin. Dude can fight. Armin can seriously fucking fight. Chris Duncan. CM Punk in the pound for pound. Ilia is ruining his pound for pound claim by not fighting. I used to say Islam ducked him, but since Ilia is ducking Armin, it's a hard claim to make. We're taking so many L's, it makes me want to cry. It really does. Artem Lobov in the pound for pound rankings. Choo-choo, brother. Oh, I forgot to turn off the microphone. Sorry, chat. Gable, just like Aspinall and Garn, is a decently athletic heavyweight. He'll be a top 10, maybe, even champ. Yeah, it just goes to show how shit heavyweight is. Did I make it in time? Nope. There's only 15 minutes left, Bruce Wayne. Sorry, dude. We got Cyril Garn, but no Holloway. What the fuck? Well, Cyril Garn is in there because the last time he fought a pound for pound ranked fighter, he won the round against him, Justin Kennedy. So you have to put Cyril Garn in there, right? Allen beat Mobzar and was robbed. True, Jim. True. Dylan Dennis, he should go in the pound for pound list. Is this the most 2-weight division male champs we've had at one time? Yes. Yes, it is. DDP, no, DDP and JDM don't deserve to be pound for pound after their last shocking performances. Sam Alvey, Sam Smiling Alvey is pound for pound at Karate Combat heavyweight champion. We have 3 double champs in the pound for pound list right now. I know it's fucking crazy, man. UFC will sell Australia overpriced pay-per-views next year. I know, and I hate it. I really do hate it. You want Eric on that wall? You need Eric on that wall. You need him guarding that door. Any news on UFC 324? I heard Arnold Allen versus Gene Silver is fighting, but I don't know if it's UFC 324. That might be UFC 324. The news is it's going to be Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes. That's the news. And then it was meant to be Ilia Topuria, but he is being somewhat of a bitch. He's being a little bitchy boy. So it's not going to be Ilia Topuria, and they might do a lightweight vacant title. All the talk is it's going to be Carlos Ulberg versus Alex Pereira. Dougie giving Khabib shit for scamming, but I guarantee he charges $200 for a job that requires $30 of resources and 15 minutes of time. That's not a scam. That's the open market. Is Alex really your pound for pound number 2? That's actually a little crazy. Well, he is 1 in 2 weight classes, crisp. And he hasn't ducked his number 1 contender like Ilia has. Dougie's looking forward to his most favorite fighter, Peyton Talbot's next fight. Stop it. If Dawson loses to Finney, give him Chris Duncan for a ranked spot. If Grant Dawson loses to Finney, give him Chris Duncan. I don't mind that at all. Help me. Murad versus Yarn 1 was pretty sick. No, it wasn't. You went live. I preferred you get drunk with boomers from the construction site at the hotel. I saw you went live, but I preferred to get drunk with boomers from the construction site. Oh, I don't blame you at all. That was just an early morning quickie. Are Serbians the Polish of the Balkans? I guess so. No, we stand our base. So yes, we're the modern Polish, not the World War II Polish. Should I just read some chats selectively, chat, or try and catch up to every single one? Volk was pound for pound 1 at one point. He was, but that's the nature of the pound for pound list. UFC could have easily could have an event every week. It sucks we have 2 weeks off like this. Could be a women's MMA main event, and I still would watch it. Like, come on. Yes, I'd watch anything the UFC puts out. Read them all. Done. They made Photoshop so much more annoying. It used to be the third app I tried. Give me the... They made Photoshop so much more annoying. It used to be, but the third app I tried finally lets me have the Battle Toad as a Santa hat. Well, that's awesome, Toad. I never used Photoshop. I used Canva. Someone's like Arsenal all and Gun would be ranked below welterweight. Heavyweight is actually so shit. Yeah, but they're not. They're pound for pound fighters. Like, for some reason, when you win a belt, you become a pound for pound fighter. Taito Ivasa, number 1 pound for pound. He has the most pounds. Technically not wrong. Even just based on aura alone, Alex Pereira should be the number 1 pound for pound. No, he shouldn't. It's obviously, we're in a GOAT era. Islam Makhachev is the GOAT of MMA. Obviously, he should be the pound for pound. And I don't mean he's the GOAT, you fucking analytical semantic bastards. I mean he's like 1, 2, or 3 GOAT of all time. Obviously, in the modern era right now on the pound for pound list, he's number 1. Santa hat on your logo, buddy must say happy holidays. No Santa. There is a Santa hat on my logo, Christian Grey. Sound like you're strangling a platypus, I know. Matt the Immortal Brown, put him on the pound for pound list. Put him up there, boys. Put him up there. Just got out of jail. You should be back in jail, sus pasture. No, we have 3 2-division champions. I know. Can't wait to pirate the first Paramount event. I can't wait to see if the VPN works. Paramount has to be upset with their first main event. Could be a women's fight. The UFC would have told them that January is always hard to slot in. Like, if you look at the calendar, guys, January, everything up until Miami is usually dog shit. Who is the pound for pound dog order? I have no idea what that sentence even means. As an Ilia fan, I should be offended, but I've played these games before. I know Ilia will accept the fight and sleep his daddy boy within 2 rounds. I think Ilia will eventually accept the fight, but I think Arman Sarukian beats Ilia Topuria, and I'm an Ilia Topuria fanboy. Gable threw a lead hook, Bo threw a rear overhand on a counter series. But it was a mad similar how they kind of accidentally dropped dudes while shooting knee tap-ish takedown. Gable threw a lead hook, Bo threw a rear overhand on a counter series, but it was a mad similar how they kind of accidentally dropped the dudes while shooting a knee tap-ish takedown. Yeah, it was kind of crazy, but that is a shot that has a lot of work, a lot of chances of landing, because you're either stopping the knee tap takedown, the ankle pick as I like to call it, even though they grab you behind the knee. I don't know why I call it an ankle pick, I just do. I know it's not an ankle pick. But yeah, you either get the takedown or you get them lowering their hands, leaning into it, getting slept. MMA Fairy raid, by the way. God, I hope there isn't a raid. Please, God, no raid. No raid. Please, no raid. Guru, if you're raiding, or Fight Fairy, if you're raiding, please don't raid me. I'm about to leave in 10 minutes. Please don't raid me. Please, I'm sick. I don't. No raid. No raid. Shout out to Fight Fairy, though. Shout out to Fight Fairy. Based young woman. Based young woman. Grow that hair out, though, sweetheart. You know, long hair. It'd look beautiful. Dougie would have a crazy night with Kayla Harrison and Amanda Nunes for unlimited cheese and wine. No, I wouldn't. Did you learn open market while staying in India? No, I learnt that by running my own business, dickhead. Cousins can visit. Don't worry, pal. No cousins allowed. Thank you. Holloway won a round against Ilia, so technically he should be above Gun. That was old news. That was last year. Pound for pound changes every week. You're the Polish, both got bitched by Germany. We still exist as an independent nation, mate. How about that? Every single chat, Dougie. Pereira KOs his toughest matchup. Ilia uses his divorce to avoid Armin, and that affects him on the pound for pound. People forget, man, Pereira is a 2-weight division champ across 2 different sports. It literally does count for something. That's why I've got him at the number 2. This live is for the boys. This live is for the boys, mate. You're right. He's not undefeated in both classes like Ilia. Alex went to light heavyweight because Anderson has slept him. If you really look at the quality of opponents, Ilia is the pound for pound number 1. No, Islam Makhachev is the pound for pound number 1 operator. But I appreciate it, dude. I appreciate the comment. You could make an argument for Ilia being the pound for pound number 1, but no. He should have fought Charles Oliveira, not Armin Sarukian. So he should have fought Armin Sarukian, not Charles Oliveira. Islam Makhachev is the pound for pound number 1. Also, Islam Makhachev fought Alexander Volkanovski, who moved up from a previous weight class. Islam Makhachev is the number 1 pound for pound. Everyone complains about the slop cards until there's no slop cards available. I know Portuguese Herzog. Like, I love having UFC every single weekend on. I feel empty without it. Paddy needs to fight Justin and shut the fuck up. I don't think it's Paddy that's complaining, MMA Master. I think it's Justin Gaethje that's complaining. Yet again, boys, stop fucking around with Photoshop and Canva and just send me whatever photo you want. The Santa's hat is on the Discord. There you go. Just put it in the Discord and Jock will sort it out. What a legend Jock is. Help me is. Yerp is. Whatever he wants to be called these days. He's a bloody legend. There is absolutely no way Alex is number 2. He's only had to fight strikers. Fought Magomed Ankalaev, who has a lot of cage smushing. He lost his last fight at middleweight, so he isn't the double champ. He is also 1-1 with the number 1 contender. Yeah, but he beat him. He slept him. He is number 2. He is number 2. He absolutely is number 2. Alex Gotan Pereira, Islam Fraudcheck, and Alex Gotan Pereira is better than Islam Fraud Chimaev in every way. No, he isn't. Justin Kennedy is in... I don't know what we're saying. Ilia should fight Armin to become pound for pound. I agree. Jumbali. I agree. MMA Fairy Raid, by the way. There we go. Naruto, this is about Christmas, not Scotland. The only pound for pound guy Alex ever beat was Izzy. Alex has worked his way through 2 divisions. He has beaten all of the light heavyweight contenders except for Carlos Ulberg and did it at middleweight as well. You can really split hairs between Alex and Ilia, but Ilia is ducking his number 1 contender where Alex has fought him and beaten him. Alex today is a higher pound for pound ranked fighter than Ilia Topuria. That's my argument, Crisp. We don't usually get good cards until spring, summertime, but I suppose that autumn, winter time in backwards land over there. Yes. Yeah, you don't get good cards until Miami, and that is because the fighters are taking off Christmas. They get nice and fat during Christmas. They don't want to start weight cutting until the middle of January. Then they start their fight camps, which is about 11 weeks, which puts you at about the Miami card. So yeah, you don't get good fight cards until Miami. Everything at the start of the year is dog shit. That's why they go to Canada and Australia generally, because Canada and Australia accept dog shit. If you look at the pay-per-views at the start of the year, January is usually Canada. I don't know if it is again this year. And February is usually Australia, which it is again this year in 2026. And Australia and Canada just accept just horse shit. Yeah. Jesus Christ, that forehead. The forehead's perfect, brother. Just got pushed up a little bit by the fucking hat, mate. The forehead's beautiful, mate. Looking good. It kept extending. I know. I pushed all the hair all the way back. Oh, fucking hell. 5 minutes to go. We can do it, chat. Murad does the overhand knee tap a lot. He does. Sex Raid. Can we revisit the career of Mighty Mouse, GSP, Anderson Silva, Jose Aldo? I know they're amazing fighters, but their ghost status needs some context. They fought for their title in the 1, 2, 3 in the UFC. Yeah, they do. Next year is going to be a big year about the GOAT status. We're going to have the GOAT conversation over the Christmas break. We'll bring up the GOAT list and get right into it. I don't like doing it mid-year. You guys don't like doing it mid-year. So, yeah, we'll do it during the Christmas break. Dougie doesn't know an ankle pick for a knee tap. I do. I just call it an ankle pick in my head. Like when I say shoot for a takedown, no, like when I say throw a takedown instead of shoot for a takedown. It's just one of those things that I have. You reckon Drickus returns before Hamzat? Yes. Yes, Raids. We have a thick, girthy stream. No thick, girthy stream today. My steak is too juicy and my lobster is too buttery. Sounds like a good problem to have, Eric. Australia has been raided already. True, we're getting raided every day, sir. Every day, sir. After all this, Conor beefing with Khabib on Twitter again, I am just that more confident we see the McGuru show. I tell you what, Conor McGregor wouldn't cancel the MMA Guru for saying some spicy things online. That's for fucking sure. MMA Fairy said to tell you, Unk trying to finna hit me up, cuz I don't give a fuck about that shit. Fight Fairy said she has a crush on you. Good for her. They all do. I do remember Fight Fairy saying she doesn't mind balding Aussies. I'm not balding, dickhead. Fight Fairy said she wants you to Donkey Kong Francis. I've just lost where I'm up to on the chat. Fight Fairy said she wants you to Donkey Kong Francis Ngannou smash her. I don't blame her. I practically don't see a single possibility of Armin beating Ilia. I'll be dead honest. Holloway is a better win than JDM by a country mile, and it's not even close. Yeah, that is, Jesus Christ, there's so much wrong with what you've just said. Armin can easily beat Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria got taken down by Bryce Mitchell. Holloway is a better win than JDM by a country mile. Not really. Holloway had lost his title aspirations to Volkanovski 3 times in a row when he fought for the featherweight title against Ilia Topuria. Whereas JDM had just finished the 11-fight win streak incumbent champion Belal Muhammad and was the champion at the time. Again, really whether or not Holloway is a better win than JDM is an arguable point, but by a country mile is fucking insane. Insane. 2 insane statements. I don't see a single possibility of Armin beating Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria can be taken down by Bryce Mitchell, for fuck's sake. And Holloway is a country mile better win than JDM. No. Just no. Holloway had lost his title aspirations 3 times in a row. JDM finished Belal Muhammad, 11-fight win streak, was the champion. The sheer cope. Either you're coping or you're rage baiting. Or you're kind of dumb. I'm going to say coping. I'm going to be nice and say you're coping. That's why they have crazy title defenses. Aldo defended his title on that first ever UFC fight. Anderson fought for the title on like his second fight in the UFC. Yeah, that is true. This is true, Simply Kudos. This is true. Pound for pound, number 1 got slept badly by Adriano Martinez. It's MMA. You're allowed to have losses. Unlike Pereira, Ilia is very good at boxing in the pocket. Good on you, Todathan. Good on you, Todathan. People forget, man, Pereira's second weight class was 20 pounds bigger than his original weight class. This is also true. There's a big difference between moving up 15 pounds, 20 pounds, and 10 pounds. It's not fair for modern greats to be compared to them using title defenses as the scale, but we don't use title defenses as the scale. We've got Islam Makhachev as the second greatest fighter of all time, and he hasn't got the same number of title defenses as, say, an Anderson Silva or a Mighty Mouse. Magomed is a shit wrestler. No, he's not. He's got very good cage smudging. Dougie has been Jock's every account for a month now. Dougie, it's been Jock on every account for a month now. You're dead naming me. Sorry, Jock. I didn't mean to dead name you. Oh, thank God this is over. All right, let's do it. Oh, thank God this is over. Dougie with the number 1 shit take. I haven't said a single bad take this entire stream. JDM got a favorable matchup. What the fuck do you mean? JDM got a favorable matchup. What do you mean? Going into the fight, JDM had no takedown defense. He was able to get taken down by Basil Hafez, and Bilal Muhammad was taking him down. A fucking month later, JDM gets a favorable matchup against Bilal Muhammad. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you fucking talking about? You are retarded. You're retarded. You're a fucking idiot. Why do I even read the fucking chats? I'll just come up with hour-long presentations like Che, and you guys can just watch me yap for a fucking hour. Honestly, this is why streamers don't read the chat, because you people are fucking idiots. You're fucking idiots. God almighty, it's like a fucking room full of 6-year-old autists. Put Ilia, Islam, and Poatan in a room. Who walks out? Poatan, obviously. Alex is number 4, you filthy Jew. Jesus Christ, that forward. There you go. Ankalaev took down 240-pound Yarn when Yarn had cooked both. I'm not reading you anymore, St. Alex. You're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot, St. Alex. I'm not reading you ever again. I kept extending the more you lived. It kept extending. Oh, my hat. Yeah. We love Indian shit in Canada, not dog shit. Come on now, Dougie. That's sexist. Come on now, Dougie. Don't do it, Dougie. There's some people picking Joshua Van. I think they're going to have a Dar moment after that fight with Pantoja. Pantoja is going to swing on Van, waiting for Van to throw something and then jump right under the legs and go for the takedown. He is. Pantoja is going to sit on the backpack for like 3 rounds. You know what would be the welterweight bad ending? Ian Gary beating Islam for the championship. This way no one will be happy. That is true. I hope Michael Morales beats Islam. At least that way Islam gets beaten by a gay man. You could advertise your plaster business on that forehead. I could, Crisp. I'm not reading St. Alex anymore. He's a fucking idiot. Australia doesn't just accept dog shit cards. They bend over and pull down their skivvies for them. This is true. We love dog shit cards. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Conor versus Khabib on Misfits. Why not? I'm not reading St. Alex anymore. He's a fucking idiot. Fight Fairy, what would it take? What would it take her to have long hair? I haven't seen no pictures of Conor kissing the wall. There have been pictures of Conor kissing the wall. JDM is cool, but he is not a generational... I'm not reading St. Alex anymore. He's a fucking idiot. Don't read St. Alex anymore. He's a fucking idiot. If only Ilia knew how to grapple, then I'd consider having him as number 1. Yes, I know, but jiu-jitsu doesn't equal wrestling. JDM and Craig Jones prove that. No Bryce Mitchell slander here. Bryce Mitchell had the load on his side. Bryce Mitchell knows that Uncle H was a good guy, so that gives him the extra strength points. This is true, Christian Grey. Ilia took down, attacked, and fought off submissions on a helpless Oliveira. This is true, he did. Ilia got tired of fighting Yusuf Zalal. Armin is going to wrestle fuck him. He could finish him if Ilia fades in the later rounds. I know. Armin could easily beat the fuck out of Ilia Topuria. JDM 11-fight win streak. Go name for name. Holloway is better. JDM only beat Bilal and went to a decision, not a finish, Dougie. Yes, but he's not worlds better, especially at the time that Ilia fought him. I respect Topuria's skills, but I believe him and Armin are both well-rounded. It's a true fight between mixed martial artists, not one-dimensional striker. I respect Topuria's skills, and I believe him and Armin are both well-rounded, and it's a true fight between mixed martial artists, not a one-dimensional striker versus an MMA fighter. But Ilia, stop ducking. Right, Ilia is well-rounded. Ilia is well-rounded, but Ilia is a jiu-jitsu world-class guy. But we have seen jiu-jitsu doesn't really work in high-level MMA if you don't know how to pair it with wrestling. And I would say Ilia's weak spot is his wrestling, and Armin is an insane wrestler. Dan Ige batters Islam, therefore Bryce Mitchell brutalizes Islam. Makes sense. As number 1 pound-for-pound picker, I think everybody agrees that Alex Pereira is the number 1 pound-for-pound GOAT. No. Holloway is a much better win than JDM. Holloway defended a title and has better but multiple greats in 2 divisions. JDM went to a split decision with Holland. At the time, Holloway ranks higher in the GOAT list, obviously. But at the time that Ilia fought him, Holloway had failed to win the belt 3 times in a row and had 2 10-8 scorecards put against him by Alexander Volkanovski. It's not that difficult to comprehend. I didn't even say that Holloway wasn't better. I just said he's not miles ahead. I'm going. Goodbye, chat. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. Goodbye.